Hello, welcome Empath Soul Tribe. So happy to be here to be doing you a Monday morning video. I'm even going to pull a card for you today. But I wanted to come on, I was just on putting my Instagram post up for the day, and I noticed that some comments that were in my actual feed from a prayer that I put up. And so it triggered me to come on here and just talk to you a little bit, because from an empath's perspective, when I'm talking about being an empath, I'm talking about somebody who is both sensitive to energy, as in you are very sensitive to the energy that's out there in the world, and you can feel energy in your body, in your feelings, in your emotions. You can just feel when you've got some negative energy on you from another person, or you've been drained. Sometimes it's hard to know exactly where that energy comes from. So there's the two aspects of being energy sensitive and empathic. Now, to be empathic means that you feel what other people feel. So if someone's telling you a sad story, you might tear up. If someone has a pain in their stomach, you might, whilst you're connecting with them, actually feel that pain in your stomach as well. When you're thinking about them, when you're standing in front of them, or even if you're on the phone or typing an email to them. So there's lots of different ways that people can be empathic, and it's sometimes misunderstood, I think, because I think sometimes empaths feel like in order to be an empath, that it just means that they're helpless and they can't help it. They have to feel everything, and it creates a lot of pain. And whilst you definitely will never stop being empathic and sensitive, you can start to look after your energy better, change the way that you do things mentally, emotionally, physically, so that you don't get knocked around by being sensitive and empathic so much. So you might want to look at it as being a soul journey, and it's actually something that you need to learn to live with, you need to learn to manage, you need to learn to harness, and then you become enlightened, more ascended in your empathy. Whereas if you're unascended in your empathy, if you're unevolved in your empathy, you can become a victim of it. And that's not good for anyone. It's not good for you, because it really is a struggle. I know this because I've been through it myself, and I am empathic and energy sensitive. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Mish. But you start to learn the skills, the knowledge, the insights to master your energy field, become aware of what's going on there, and then you stop doing things that attract or magnify the issues associated with being empathic. So one thing that I noticed this morning I thought I would bring up is that empaths should never do, and nobody talks about this, is that when someone asks, maybe someone's in pain, they're talking about their struggle, or you're worrying about a loved one, don't send your energy to them. So lots of people just offhandedly write, sending good vibes, sending you energy. We must remember that the energy that we send to others must not be our energy, because what happens? Your energy is for you. Your energy is not meant to be for other people. You can share your energy, your good vibes with other people when you're in their presence or you're talking to them, but it's an extension of your life force energy. You don't give it to them. When you send good vibes, healing prayers, positive energy to someone else, ask that the energy is sent from the divine, from the angels, not from you, that you're sending them source energy. You don't want to be sending them if you've got a cold, you don't want to send them your cold. You don't want to be sending them the bad day that you had yesterday. You don't want to be sending them the energy that you need to get through today. And I think so many empaths do this unconsciously, and because we haven't been taught otherwise, right? That we send our energy outwards. And what that does is it drains you. It sends your energy too far away from your actual physical presence, so you're stretched out, which leaves you open and susceptible to other people's energy. It can make you feel ungrounded. It can make you feel out of body. It can make you feel anxious, frantic, and your energy is connected with that other person, so you might unconsciously be taking their pain in exchange. So you should never, ever, ever, ever send your energy to other people. That is why we are divine beings, soul beings. We are connected to a source of great light, intelligence, healing. All of the power is up there. Up is just my how I'm saying it. It's actually kind of within us, but we want to send the divine energy and angel energy to people. Just say, angels, please take positive energy or healing or whatever that person needs, please take it to them. And that way you're doing yourself a service, you're being of service to the divine, and you're also sending energy, the best energy, highest energy possible to the person that you're concerned about or that you're thinking about. That will change you if you find you do that a lot, because lots of empaths are so good with energy, as in you don't even know it, that you send your energy to people. And that as soon as you think of them, that's where you are. So you've got to stop doing that, because it just doesn't do you any favors at all, and it leaves you wide open. So pray, don't worry, pray always, do it in a positive way, and ask Archangel Michael, please send that person positive vibes. Archangel Raphael, please heal that person of their illness. Archangel Ariel, please look after planet Earth and all of the animals. God, please help that person. Whatever it is, do it to the divine. Super important. The second thing that empaths do that they should never do is do any kind of spiritual work, meditation, anything at all, clearing your own energy without first calling on the divine or by proxy the angels for protection. So when we protect ourselves, it's important to be conscious of the energy we're asking to protect us. So I don't call on, like I might talk to my loved ones in heaven, I might talk to my spiritual guides, but I don't ask them for the protection. I ask the angels and God for the protection. And that is because divine energy is the highest energy of all. It's completely egoless, and it envelops with love. It's using pure love. So I don't just say, okay, I'm protected. I call on those higher beings, because they are the highest frequency of all. They're 100% trustworthy. The light that comes from divine source, God, divine source, God, creator spirit, great spirit, whatever your word for it is, that divine energy is pure light. It's pure love. It is impenetrable. So if you're sitting down to do your meditation and you're feeling a bit off or a bit ungrounded, first call on the angels, God, whatever your word for God is. Ask for the highest light possible to protect you. Yes, your guides, your deceased loved ones will be in there with you, but you're making sure that the messages that you receive are of the highest integrity, and you're not. I once went to this is years ago, we're talking probably 20 years ago, and I was in another state, and I went to a meditation at somebody's house, and they took us into a room where there was a lot of mirrors around, which was quite uncomfortable, because mirror bounces energy around. So they had like wardrobe doors that were covered in mirrors, and that first of all was uncomfortable. And I already at that time was already talking to my angels, working with angels, and I was always used to bring in the divine white light. And I sat in this room, and this person started to do a group meditation, but hadn't invoked any kind of protection and hadn't invoked any white light. And then all of a sudden, somebody in the room started to have a panic attack. And I'd been feeling really uncomfortable, and I just immediately in my mind, I didn't want to interfere with this person's group, but I was like, okay, bring in the white light. And what had happened is that this person started to see and feel lower energies come in. Now, there might have been their own fear, but when you don't use the divine light to protect, you do have a chance of attracting lower energies, lower spirits, any kind of being, You don't know what you're talking to or who you're talking to. So you've got to have a really, really strong connection with the divine so that you can then start to discern what is positive energy and what isn't positive energy. And that angelic energy acts like it's like a bodyguard. It stops the lower energies from coming in the first place. So that's why I always do my readings invoking the angels first, because I make sure I'm talking to the angels and not lower spirits. Yes, Erica says, I love this. Sending divine healing energy next time instead of my own. Absolutely. Look after your energy. You're precious. Mish says that's very important. Discernment. Yeah, it is discernment. And I'm not blaming or shaming anyone, because honestly, we're not taught this stuff in school, are we? But I really want to get the message out there because it is so important. And you know, if you want a career as well where you're working with energy or working with angels or psychic reading or any kind of group work, it doesn't even matter if it's intuitive. If you bring in that divine energy, you're making sure that the work that you're doing is the highest integrity, that the energy is protected, that if you are doing meditations or psychic work or healing work, that there's no other lower energies can intervene as well. And you're not draining yourself, which happens so often. Intuitive, sensitive, empathic people know that they have a purpose to help others. And they go out into the world like, here I am, I'm here to help. And the light over their heads, it attracts people who need healing. But they don't protect themselves. They give their own energy away and they take the pain into their own energy, and then they burn out. You know, it happens. The welfare industry is one of the highest industries that has burnout in it. Doctors, dentists, there's a high tendency for burnout. And I wonder how much of that has got to do with energy, because those people don't know how to protect their energy. They don't know how to correctly use the energy. They don't know how to let go of other people's pain, so it ends up in their own energy and it starts to affect them mentally and emotionally and physically. So you really have to look after your energy. So thank you all for joining, and I'm going to pull you a card as it is Monday. I've already done my Monday reading, which is over on my main page, but I wanted to come on here and make a connection with you guys and just talk to you about this important subject about looking after your energy. Okay, beautiful card. This one is the card, this is from Work Your Light by beautiful Rebecca Campbell. The design is Danielle Noel, who I just love her work. And the card is transformation. And it shows Isis sitting there on her throne with her protector and familiar, the cat. And she's got energy coming out of her hand. And the moon and the sun are all being indicated. And this is about transformation, things changing for you on a deep cellular level. I really feel this is happening throughout the world, on the planet, as well as in our own individual lives, And so as you start to learn to really look after yourself and your energy, you've got more energy left over to do the things that you need to do for the earth, for the planet, and for consciousness as well. So this is letting you know that deep healing is occurring for you, and to be open to it, to notice what pops up in front of you, to listen and be aware. Okay, thank you so much. I mentioned in my other video that I am feeling guided to do maybe a 10-day or a 14-day challenge where I'll come on every day and give you a 5 or 10 minutes energy insight, advice, clearing, healing, something to help raise your vibration. So if you're interested in that, please make a comment and let me know that that's something that you would like from me. And if you need some help in your own life, in your own private experience, then I am doing private soul clarity sessions, which include a lot of deep energy clearing. I get into your energy. I let you know what's out of balance, what's blocking, and we work through clearing those blocks and barriers to helping you ascend, helping you to have mastery, helping you to create abundance and reach your goals and walk your life path and do the life purpose that you're here to do. So soul clarity sessions, they're on my website. I also do readings, private readings for people. which also includes an insight into your energy. Hi Trish, hi Karen, hi Tia, and Belinda and Jody. Hi, thanks for coming. Hi Desley. Mish says, I did burn out as a psychologist in a drug and alcohol workplace. Yeah, I can imagine how heavy the energy would be of people suffering from addiction, especially just the energy of being around alcohol and drugs is a lot. And you're helping people that are suffering. Yeah. So really building up your energy after burnout is super important too, and helping to clean up any energies that might be remnant, and also making sure that your energy field is intact and can provide that strength around you, so that the life force energy that you need for your body to be healthy is going through properly through your body, mind, and spirit. Hi Jamie, thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to give you that on this day, and I probably won't start the challenge for a couple of days, but I will let you know on this page and my main page when it is going to start, so that you can come on for those live videos if you're around. Hi Leslie and Andy, nice to see you here. Okay, lots of love and angel blessings. Look after your energy.